For letter B, the 95% confidence interval of the population mean, let us identify the given. So, ang atong gamiton din iha, kato ng formula nga sample mean minus the error. It should be mu is less than the sample mean minus the error, but greater than the sample mean plus the error. So take note that the formula for the error is equal to z alpha over 2 times the population standard deviation over the square root of n. So ang atong z alpha over 2, since we know nga 95% confidence interval man siya, this will be 1.96. Our sigma is 0.5 hours and ang atong n is 50. So let us solve. So E is equal to 1.96 times our population standard deviation is 0.5. I-divide nato siya sa square root of 50. Okay, so ang result ana niya is 0.14. Okay, so compute na to karon ang mean plus minus 0.14. So remember that our sample mean is 3. So ato na lang isulat. So we have 3, the sample mean minus the error. We have the sample mean plus the error. So we have 3 minus 14 hundredths and 3 plus 14 hundredths. Okay, so the confidence interval nato karon is from 2.86 to 3.14. So this is now our confidence interval. So thus we can say nga 95% confidence that the interval between 2.86 to 3.14 hours nag-contain siya sa population mean nga mu based on the 50 children nga gikuhaan nato og data. So therefore, we are estimating nga naa diri sa ilaha 95% ang probability nga between ani nga interval 2.86 to 3.14 hours ang iyang tinuod nga mean. So that's what is 95% confidence interval all about. Now let's proceed to our second example. A random selection of 40 entering mathematics majors had the following GPAs. Estimate the true mean GPA with 99% confidence. Assume that our population standard deviation is equal to 0.46. Okay, let us identify first our given. We have our n, which is equal to 40. We have our population standard deviation, 0.46. Unya na atay confidence nato nga 99% level of confidence. So we have our z alpha over 2. Kung 99% gani ang ato ang z alpha over 2 is plus minus 2.58 or just right there 2.58 2 and 58 hundredths. Okay, 2 and 58 hundredths. So naatay missing nga value nga dapat present siya aron makasolve ta, and that is our sample mean. Since gihatagan man ta og data, we need to find first the mean of this sample. So para madali nato siya pangitaon, we will use the Excel. Okay, so these are the data. So in finding the means of the sample means, we need to get the average per sample. So this is the process of getting the mean. using the formula. So 3.6 is the mean. I-drag lang nato na siya tanan. There you are. And we will now obtain the means of the sample means. So ang mean pagyud ani nilang tanan. So just write equal and then average. And then open parenthesis, click dayon ni siya nga mga cell. And then open a close parenthesis. So we have our sample mean nga 3.30. So you have 3.3 as our sample mean. Okay, let's go back now to our presentation. So now we have our sample mean nga 3.3. So let's proceed to our solution. Going back, yun nahon sa nato og solve ang iyahang error. So ang error is given by the formula z alpha over 2 times the standard deviation nga population over square root of n. And we know that our z alpha over 2 is 2.58 times our population standard deviation is 0.46 over square root of 40. Okay, pila may result ana niya. Okay, so the result is, let us compute 0.19. 0.19. Okay, so we have the error 0.19. So, ang ato lang buhaton, i-plus minus lang nato ni siya, gikan kang 3.3, which is our sample mean. So, x minus 0.19, e, pariharagya po sa itong ibuhat di na, mu, and then x, or sample mean, plus our e. So, dinala ko isyo ang solution. That would be 3.15 to 3.53. So, muna ni siya karon ang ato ang interval. Yes, so we can say with 99% confidence that the interval between 3.15 and 3.53 contains the true mean GPA of the population based on the sample GPA sa mga 40 kabuok nga mosulod pagka mathematics majors. So, is it bad or is it good? Do they deserve to become a math major? Okay, so that's one of the implications or questions to be asked about if naanatay findings. So now for your task, we want you to follow your group in Practical Research 1 and gather the data based on the following suggested topics. If wala pa may grupo, wala pa mo group sa inyong PR1 na grupo, you may form a group of 5 per section. If na may grupo sa Practical Research 1, follow that grouping. Ang inyong buhaton is you gather data based on the following suggested topics. Pwede, or inyong pangitaan is ang time spent in playing online games, sleeping hours of grade 11 students, time spent in social media, grades in the first semester, and others. So, kaning suggestion lang ni siya nga mga topics. And also, specify kung kinsa inyohang mga respondents. So what are you going to do is to estimate the population mean using the data gathered from your sample by finding the point estimate and interval estimate. So in finding the interval estimate, kamo na yung mapili kung unsa inyong preferred na confidence level. Make sure that the sample size must be greater than 30. So when submitting, only the leader will turn in the output in the classroom with the list of the group members. So after ninyo na-gather ang data, you need to provide the following. Giunsa ninyo pag-gather ang data. So data gathering procedure. Giunsa ninyo pag-analyze ang data. So here, inyo ipakita diri ang solution. And the solution nga akong kinahanglan is kadto nang about the interval katong may margin of error. Ang findings, implication dayon sa findings sa ipasabot ana if kana ang result asa na ko and reflection about the activity, and lastly, the MOVs, or the mode or means of verification. So, pwede picture, pwede video, pwede survey form. So, in gathering the data, pwede mo mag-ato sa inyong community. Kung ang inyong mga respondents is nara sa community, pwede po mo mag-gather of data through online. So, pwede mo mag-use of Google Form. And provide the picture from that one. So, make sure to follow safety protocol if you are going outside your house. So, I'm expecting that mag-communicate mo sa inyong mga grupo and notify me kin sa inyong mga kagrupo. So, if you have other questions, please do not hesitate to send your concerns to our respective group chats. Okay, thank you for listening.